Today's game presented by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Sunday night, the stars are out. It's the final Sunday of the season. It's a time to dance. It's a time to smile. It's a time to give it your best. Who will be our champion? We will find out in 2 days' time. Getting ready for Team Eberly and Team Ocasio. Welcome back, Haley McClenny. Hello, everyone. So glad you could join us. This is our second game of two here. Final weekend of the season, Athletes Unlimited Softball with my partner, two-time Olympian Daniel Laurie. I am Eric Collins. And we got a chance from history right now. Alicia Ocasio, she has got a chance in 2 days' time to be our new champion.
She does, and she's in the lead by 200 points. And at this part of the tournament, to me, she's in the driver's seat, and it's ultimately in her hands. And there's a lot of pressure that's behind that, but I love it. She's a two-way player, and I'm pulling for her. And this is kind of the Athletes Unlimited overview. You see 60 world-class athletes, new teams every single week, an amazing scoring system. And it has been so much fun to be up here on the call. And this is the leaderboard entering today. Everything is about points. And you see where Alicia Ocasio is. And going against Carrie Eberly's team tonight, Carrie's Berries. She could make a run for it. She's not starting in the circle, but you never know.
Well, this is where they are right now after one game being played on this field earlier today. Carrie Eberly lost a little bit of ground, but not much. She still has a puncher's chance to not only get in second place, that's probably going to happen tonight, but to catch Alicia Ocasio with 2 games to work with. We shall see. All right, get ready to play some softball. Let's take a look at Team Eberly, brought to you by Geico. Aguilar, Hayward, Urtez, all Olympians 1, 2, and 3. Piper, Nichols, Harshman, Edwards, Eberly. She's going to hit for herself. First time this year, and Michelle Moultrie is in right field.
And Alicia Ocasio will be in the circle throwing to Gwen Svekis. You have Amanda Sanchez, Flippin, Stewart, and Gano. Jasmine Jackson in right. Haley McClenny, one of the best in the world, beside her Team USA teammate Janie Reed.
All right, well, a little bit of little danger with Alicia Ocasio. She's got a chance to go backwards. Remember, you pitch. That's an opportunity to lose points if you give up earned runs.
And the best part to me is that she gets to make those decisions, right? She is the captain, and what makes this league so fun and so unique is the captains and the players are the ones that are the boss. And if you're in the top 4, you get to make those decisions, who's on your team, who's playing, who's coming in, who's coming out. And Alicia Ocasio slotting herself in the pitcher's circle again.
Second consecutive day that Ocasio is going to take the ball. We saw Alicia pitch in yesterday's game. She pitched 5 innings and threw up a shutout through those 5 innings. So she picked up 15 times 60 points without losing any points, giving up an earned run.
Yes, she has just been a force in that circle. Has a fastball curve as well as a backdoor, little off-speed drop, rise, off-speed curve, and that honestly is the key to her success this year. Is she changes speeds better than anybody in this league. Not only does she have that change, it's an off-speed curve, and it is so good.
Well, Alicia Ocasio last year had a magnificent year. Missed a little bit of time, middle of the season. That cost her. She came back and really couldn't make up for lost time. This year, she's been here the entire time, and right now in first place with a bullet. Last year's champion, Kat Osterman, will not keep the crown. So it's wide open. And wouldn't it be something if Alicia Ocasio, who is the best 2-way player in the league this year, gets it done, just to show you about versatility and how this league, they go hand in hand.
And I think that just continues to keep opening up the conversation of why are more pitchers not hitters, and not just at the pro level, but we're talking in college softball. Like, I feel like nowadays a lot of athletes are just solely doing one position and focusing on one thing. And what makes Alicia Ocasio so dang good and why she was so good at Florida was she was that 2-way player. She could play the infield. You can put her in the outfield. She can step into the batter's box, do some damage, and oh yeah, she can pump it in about 68 miles an hour.
All right, good matchup to get us started. Ali Aguilar, 19th out of 60 players to begin the day on the leaderboard. She takes called strike one. Aguilar, Hayward, and Ortez, 3 Olympians, Team USA, Canada, and Mexico. Well, Ocasio's feeling it early.
That last pitch on the flight scope coming in at 69 miles an hour.
Wow. Welcome to the ball game. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Ali Aguilar.
And this is just one of those, just by you. And as Ali Aguilar was going back in the dugout, some of the girls on her team were, oh, that was quick, kind of making a joke.
Here's Victoria Hayward, has to duck out of the way. It's the first ball thrown by Ocasio. Both Ocasio and Hayward, second year with Athletes Unlimited. Number. Hayward once too fast. Infield single. 10 points for Victoria Hayward.
The old swing and bunt.
And if Ocasio doesn't get you, no one's going to get you.
No one's. That was a no-doubter off the bat.
Anissa Ortez, 0-1. We talk about it quite a bit. Victoria Hayward knows the scoring system better than anyone. Wouldn't be surprised if Vic is running. Final weekend of the season, trying to get some points. Stolen bases count as 10 points.
I don't know. Gwen Sveck is behind the dish. It's a roommate. That would give the advantage to her roommate, Gwen Sveck, if she gets her out.
1-2 to Ortez. Alicia Ocasio has been a revelation. Playing great softball, and the beat continues. Ball just rockets off her bat this year. Back-to-back singles, Hayward and Ortez.
It's just a fastball on the inside part of the plate and drifts up in the zone a little bit. Anissa Ortez, a lot of pop off her bat. Man, she's been good week in and week out.
16th hit on the year for Ortez.
What a cool story to me for Lily Piper. Last year had a pretty good year with AU and went to the open walk-on tryouts where she got to try out and made this team or this league, excuse me, to be a part of the 61 athletes, and she has just thrived since being back. She was a captain 1 week.
She began the day 5th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Now just a reminder, for pitchers, earned runs allowed, -10. Should Piper hit a homer here, the wind is blowing out, it's -30 for Ocasio. That's the danger of starting yourself in the circle.
But it's also the beauty of it, because every out she records, she gets +4 points. And I honestly believe like she wants to win it in a landslide, and I don't blame her. It is to be the #1 standing and getting that medal at the end of this, and just how much respect you get for that is huge.
They go to third for 1, and that's the only out. Anna Flippen saw the out right in front of her, and they get the lead runner. .65 on the putout. Piper's at first, Ortez at second. Here's the rookie Bubba Nichols. Nichols swings at the first pitch and hits it to left. Medium deep, and the play is made by Janie Reed. No damage done against Ocasio. That's a +12 for her with the outs recorded. That's Haley Wagner's family, looking dapper, looking in their gear. Perfect stuff. You can get the same type of gear. Head to auprosports.com to get your Athletes Unlimited gear. Don't forget to follow on social as well. AU Pro Sports for exclusive inside content. All right, let's take a look at the lineup card for Team Ocasio. This is brought to us by Geico.
Yes, and Haley McClinney is in that top spot. You see Kelsey Stewart, catcher Gwen Svekis, Erica Piancastelli, Amanda Sanchez, Hannah Flippin, one of the best to do it. The pitcher, two-way player Alicia Ocasio. You have Courtney Gano, and in that 9 spot, the quick and speedy Jasmine Jackson. And this is where they are defensively. Taylor McQuillan is getting the ball today to Taylor Edwards. You have Kelsey Harshman playing third, Urtez Aguilar Piper, Michelle Moultrie, Victoria Hayward, and a little Bubba Nichols in left. Taylor McQuillan coming from the left side, little southpaw, has a curve, backdoor, as well as a rise and a change. I've kind of missed her throwing, Eric. I feel like I haven't seen her as much as we have. She has just been such a workhorse and has been so consistent, and man, she has just done some great things in this league right from the get-go, right from her very first start.
Here's Haley McClinney, missed yesterday, swings at the second pitch, lifts it in the left field. Bubba Nichols makes the play. Well, you're doing something when you get McClinney. 421, the batting average coming into today. Here's Kelsey Stewart. It's an important weekend for Kelsey. Began the day 4th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. McQuillan, member of Team Mexico over in the Olympics. Liner in left field. Stewart's done a lot of that. Man, is she locked in. #16th hit of the summer for Kelsey Stewart.
She's just super confident. Look at her go down and get this kind of drop curve away, stays with it, hits it to the opposite field.
Here's Gwen Svekis. Healthy cut. Svekis with 4 homers, 9 runs batted in. She started out today 10th out of 60 players on the leaderboard.
And as much as I know that Gwen really appreciated all that time she got last year with Kat Osterman and was constantly being drafted on Kat's team, it's been really cool to just see Gwen be able to kind of spread her wings and create her own little legacy for herself on some different teams.
Right back to McQuillan. Over to the third baseman Harshman, who still thought she had to play at second, but not in time. Everyone's safe, and now the concern is with McQuillan.
Oh, these are scary.
And Taylor McQuillan, she's legally blind in her left eye. And it's always scary when she gets comeback, or normally she defends herself very well.
And another reason why she is so dang good. Like, pitches, one of the best to do it. Has never used that against her. She's just beat the odds in so many ways and so dang good. That's a scary moment for anyone, and I always hold my breath being a pitcher myself when a ball comes back to the mound. I don't like it.
So it's a base hit for Svekis, clearly concerned. Runners at first and at second for Piancastelli. She homered yesterday. Ball goes all the way back to the screen, and that's going to allow both runners to pick up an extra 60 feet. It's called a wild pitch. Well, we have inning points on the line. Team Eberly didn't score in their half of the first inning, so the defense has to come in. All the way around. Popped up. Won't score a run. 2 down.
It's a big out for Taylor McQuillan. Runners on second and third to be able to get Piancastelli to pop up in the infield. Big time.
Here's Sanchez. Sanchez has got the numbers up. 292 the batting average. 2 homers, 7 runs batted in. For people with long memories, they may know that Amanda Sanchez last year had the most productive day in the history of Athletes Unlimited. She holds the record for most runs batted in a game. She had 6. Ball and 2 strikes. Both McQuillan and Sanchez played for Team Mexico in the Olympics. Wonderful pitching. Look at Taylor McQuillan. She got drilled on the single by Svekis and then retires Piancastelli and Sanchez.
Hey fans, it's time to earn points for watching today's broadcast. Take out your phone and enter the code on the screen into your Athletes Unlimited app to earn points. Available in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
Well done. Beautifully done. Couldn't have done it better myself. Well, this is the difference between last year and this year. Last year, Kat Osterman flexed her muscles and just lapped the field. This was coming into the final week last year. Kat Osterman had a 410-point lead on her closest pursuer. This year, Alicia Ocasio in the first spot, but a lot closer. Everyone else is in the mix, so a lot left in doubt this weekend. I love last year. I love the coronation of Kat. I love the celebration. I love this year too. I like the fact that nothing has been decided here with games to play. Kelsey Harshman. A little bit of a nip in the air, and Harshman loving it. Played her college ball at Wisconsin. Down the left field line. Foul.
Such a game of inches. Kelsey Harshman taking her time to come back. She said, man, I got all the way to 2. Now I have to.
Athletes Unlimited Softball on Fox Sports is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Ocasio, man, 67 miles an hour up and in. And Harshman is the second strikeout victim.
She's been just executing this up and in on those lefties. We saw it happen with Ali Aguilar, blowing the heater by her. This one coming in at 67 miles an hour.
That ump cam has been a wild success. I love it. Here's the veteran, Taylor Edwards.
I'm still not seeing where the camera is,
how
though.
How small is it? Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm trying to.
Oh, it's right on the right cheek.
Alrighty. There it is.
Man.
There it is.
Oh, technology. Who knew? 1-2. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ocasio. So Ocasio, just because of what she's done, the pitching stats, she's got 5 outs in the game, 5 times 4. She's already picked up 20 points.
And you see Ocasio just climb the ladder. Wow, pretty pitch with that rise ball.
right, this is going to be fun. Carrie Eberly. This is her first pro at bat. She's the captain, and she said, you know what? I make out the lineup card. I'm hitting.
I'm in, Eric.
Put it in play. Stewart throws her out. We go to break. Looking at some of the best of Ump Camp this year.
Called strike 3. Got her to chase a pitch outside.
Hey, Allie, can you hear us?
Yes.
Great. It's Eric up in the booth. Danielle and I are going to talk to you.
Ooh.
When you talk to Danielle, you have to use your husky voice.
Well, it's kind of loud right now, so I can't really hear you.
He's trying
Sorry.
to joke with you. Don't even fall for it.
What?
He's trying to joke with you. Just don't even play into it.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
One more. Okay, perfect. Of course.
Wait a minute.
She likes it like that. Mine does that too.
Hot dang.
Bottom of the second inning. Identical line score, 0-2-0 for Team Eberly, 0-2-0 for Team Ocasio. We've got 20 inning points on the line right now. And we're joined now by the second baseman for Team Eberly, Ali Aguilar. Hey, Ali, thanks for doing this.
No problem. Hey, guys.
Hey, you've been super busy at the Olympics. And now you come straight here and playing. How you holding up physically?
You know, I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there, just kind of taking it day by day. I think more mentally, though, it's kind of just like trying to stay engaged. After these games finish, I definitely go straight to sleep. So, but I'm hanging in there. It's a lot of fun in this league.
What are your plans this fall after kind of taking a much needed recovery and rest? It's definitely been a grind,
Yes.
but is there any big plans for you?
This fall, I have a couple camps, like taking it very lightly. I have like not much planned at all. So I'm looking forward to just resting and taking a good break. So yeah, not much planned.
What has it been like playing for Carrie's Berries? That's by far winning for me out of every single weekend, and the Photoshop by O'Toole. But what's it like playing for Carrie Eberly?
Nice pitch. It's been awesome. I love playing behind Carrie, of course, because she gets a lot of ground balls. She keeps us active on defense, so it's been a lot of fun. And then the whipped cream on top is the whipped cream.
That pitch just got away from equipment. So Flippin is aboard with nobody out here in our second inning.
Straight up, Niece.
I was going to ask, has Carrie Eberly been hitting BP throughout the week?
No, she wasn't hitting yesterday. She put herself in the lineup today, though. Straight up, Niece. Okay.
But has she been hitting BP with you guys?
Oh, BP.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I thought you said DP. Yes, she has.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, pipe. What? Okay. She's for sure bunting.
Wow, so right now, you are wondering whether or not you're going to cover second base. I saw you talking to Anissa Tez. And now
Yeah.
you're wondering if you're covering first base. A lot of responsibilities at second base.
Yeah, a lot of thinking, but I know she's probably going to try to put the bunt down here, so. And then just got to keep Flip close to the base. She doesn't get a little head start there. Yeah. Yeah, pipe. Yeah,
Allie,
Mish, one out.
Allie, I've enjoyed watching you play this year because you are a fundamentally sound player. Obviously, you've been coached well your entire life, and you're a smart player.
Thank you.
But what do you think about this Athletes Unlimited scoring system and the way that it's encouraging players to play small ball, like Ocasio? It was in everyone's best interest for her to lay down that bunt and play proper softball.
Well, right there you get like 10 points, I think, for the sack bunt, and then if they're obviously trying to win this inning, so that away. So if they win this inning, that's another 10 points. So I like it. It makes you play team ball and kind of get whatever do whatever you can to get the runs across. So I've really been enjoying it.
Allie, I have to ask, you to me are definitely a contender for this Geico Defensive Player of the Year. I think you've played outstanding defense this whole time. Anybody else that you think definitely could be deserving of it that you've seen over the course of the last 5 weeks?
Of course, Anissa Urtez. She's been awesome to play with. I've played with her the last 2 weeks, and she just makes it look so easy. I would love to just like train with her and just do defense. She's just a great player. Nice pitch. Yeah, Tay. But yeah, she's a really defensively sound player, makes it look easy out there. So I love that I get to be on her team. Oh.
I mean, we could say the same thing for Rookie of the Year. To me, like I look at Carrie Eberly and I just look at how she's performed week in and week out. But any Rookie of the Year candidates you think besides her?
Carrie's definitely up there. I think Aaliyah Andrews has played really well. I've been impressed watching her as well. Oh.
Well, that's what speed will do for you. Hannah Flippin comes all the way around from second to score, and that's the first run of the game. And Team Ocasio wins 20 points in inning points.
Whatever. Up the middle, 2 down.
And I think this one, to me, just Taylor McQuillan wasn't able to get a glove on it, and that's the only answer here. She's got to be able to field that cleanly. Aguilar did everything she could, but and that ball taking her off the base a little bit. There was no way she could get it home.
All right, Allie, things are getting dicey. We're going to say thank you.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
That's Allie Aguilar. Got runners now on at first and at second. Line drive base hit by Haley McClunny. McClunny missed yesterday's action, but she's back in full force. Already 1 run in. Runners on first and second. There are 2 outs. For those of you wondering at home, the ball hit by Jackson a moment ago that scored the run was ruled a single. So give 10 points to Jasmine Jackson.
Carrie Eberly is warming up in the bullpen.
Here's Kelsey Stewart. Singled her last time up. Remember, this inning started when Hannah Flippin was hit with a pitch. That's how Hannah got aboard. Two and 1 to Stewart. Svekis on deck. Into center. Plays made by Hayward. Sides retired, but Team Ocasio, they score the game's first run. 20 inning points for everyone on Team Ocasio. Great start for Team Ocasio. They win the first and the second inning with rollover innings. And Kat Osterman, big story this weekend. It is her final weekend as a pro. And Kat is busy out there in the Twitterverse, tweeting out earlier today, don't put so much pressure on yourself that you can't enjoy what you're doing. What do you think about that, Danielle?
Pressure is a privilege. It's the best part about the game. I mean, you obviously don't want to put pressure on yourself, but she has how many innings left in this game? I mean, to put that added pressure at this point, like, I know John Kruk and her go obviously way back. They know each other, so he's kind of sliding in there, but.
All right, Alicia Ocasio is throwing. So far, so good for Ocasio. She gave up 2 base hits in the first inning, but no one scored. She struck out 2 of the 3 batters she faced in the second. 2 Florida Gators going head-to-head. Michelle Moultrie at the dish. 1-1.
She's been getting some giant hacks. Big-time strikeouts to those lefties, Ali Aguilar, Kelsey Harshman, just big-time swing by Moultrie.
Wow, off the glove of Ocasio. Look at that. Flippin almost made the play of the day. Flippin had that in her sights, knew exactly where the play was, and the throw just a little bit off the mark. That would have been something. So an infield single for Moultrie. Back to the top of the order, Ali Aguilar. Gwen Spekas can't make the play. Ball spins out of her glove. So Aguilar get a free swing.
Oh, this was so close.
Nice pitch. Danielle, one thing we haven't really talked much about with Alicia Ocasio, we spent so much time this summer talking about how 1/3 of this league played in the Olympics. Team Mexico, Canadian national team, there's a player from Italy, so many Americans. Aguilar strikes out for the second time. Alicia Ocasio didn't play in the Olympics. In the past, she's represented the Puerto Rican national team, but they obviously didn't qualify.
Yeah.
But this must be sweet for her, knowing while a lot of the softball world was playing over in Tokyo, she wasn't, yet she's coming back here and dominating the players who came back.
No, that's such a good point. And I think that's why, for me, she wants to win it by a landslide.
Another infield base hit for Victoria Hayward. Piling on.
I couldn't agree more with you. It definitely means more. Like, she didn't get a chance to obviously go to Tokyo. Let's see, Victoria, who played with Team Canada, dropped that little bunt, but that's why I think it's so special to be able to get yourself atop that leaderboard and to be able to face players that have just competed in the Olympics and know that, like, I belong and I could have, and I belong, and I've competed at this level. And I think she is definitely a front runner in my eyes. It's hers to lose.
I think Victoria Hayward hit the ball about a combined 10 feet, and she's got 2 singles out of it. Here's Anissa Ortez. Line drive single in the first inning. .15 runs batted in for Ortez. Man, 68 miles an hour.
Yeah, this is definitely the hardest that I've seen Alicia Ocasio throw consistently. Like that last one on Flight Scope coming in at 69 miles an hour. I've seen her hit 70 a couple times, and not that she doesn't normally throw hard, but consistently she's been up there at 68, 69 with that 57 mile an hour off-speed drop that she's able to just kind of dangle in front of a hitter like, oh, look what else I can do.
Ocasio, when she uses that rosin bag, she places it in the exact same spot every single time, without fail.
Us pitchers are a little
Goofy.
Routine-oriented.
Another strikeout for Ocasio. That is number 5.
I mean, this just falls off the table. She's not even close. It just goes to show, like, as a hitter, how hard that is, going from 68 miles an hour to just pulling the string on the off-speed drop.
Big at bat for Lily Piper. Piper didn't have a ton of hits this year, but she's had important hits. She's currently 5th. That's what she was beginning of the day. 5th on the leaderboard out of 60 players because she gets big hits. This would be a big hit right here. If she could find a gap or catch it up in the wind, that'd be big for her, personally. Piper's basically been the lucky rabbit foot. Teams that she have played on have consistently won. She has the most inning and win points combined of any player in the league this year. Down the right field line, that is foul.
She's been fortunate enough to be on a lot of winning teams, and you want to know why? Because she's a lot of fun to play with. She has this energy and this aura and this fun swagger, and she's always dancing and she's always smiling. And I don't know, at the end of the day, I think that's such a huge piece. You want to have people that are fun teammates. So you see Jasmine Jackson running that out, full-time effort. But this league is a grind, right? It's a 5-week league. You're constantly changing teams. You're practicing hard. Like, you want to be around people that, like, are enjoyable, that aren't energy suckers. They're energy givers, and that's Piper to me.
Ocasio strikes out the side. 3 shutout innings for Alicia Ocasio. Welcome back, everyone. Village of Rosemont. This place washes up beautifully. Wonderful entertainment district here in Rosemont. It includes Allstate Arena, Impact Field, Rosemont Theater, and of course this Parkway Bank Sports Complex. Also live concerts, fireworks nightly, the whole shebang here in the Village of Rosemont. Couldn't have been a better host over the last 2 seasons. Now, today's game being presented by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. It is a 1-0 game. Team Ocasio on top of Team Eberly. And we're now joined by one of my favorite people, Sherry Kempf, Athletes Unlimited Director of Sport, Softball. And Sherry, I want to talk about this host city. The Village of Rosemont really does a fantastic job, and they have for 2 years.
I want to talk about this whole city. I'm going to tell you, there is no place like home, and we are absolutely thrilled to bring Athletes Unlimited Softball to Rosemont, Illinois. We were thrilled about it last year. We were tickled to repeat. We're here for the next 2 seasons, and nobody does it better than they do it right here.
Has anyone said thank you to you for all that you've done? Because you have done a heck of a lot, and I don't know how many thank yous you get, but from me to you, kudos to you, because I'm not sure a lot of this goes down without the hard work that you put into it.
Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate that, but I'll tell you, you're surrounded by amazing people. You two are 2 of them. These athletes are second to none. I can sit here and watch this for 60 more games if we had them. So it's been a joy. It's a privilege to be a part of this.
Sherry, as Director of Sports Softball, clearly you know all about the talent in this year's league. Carrie Eberly, when you tracked her down and figured out that she'd be a great fit, how long have you known about Carrie and what she's been able to do?
Well, I'll tell you something. I watched her go. So she was a standout at Virginia Tech. You watched her at the kind of in the ACC rise to some stardom there. Then she transferred to Oklahoma State, made a ton of noise there. I can take no credit for her being here. This is the player executive committee that goes out and finds these players, the talented players, and decides who's going to be here. But it's been a thrill to watch. I was actually talking with John and Jonathan earlier this season and about pitching and what makes somebody be able to have the wherewithal. And my statement's always going to be, you come in here, you come in any pro league with a great drop ball, you got a fighting chance.
Well, that's what I was going to say. To me, like, it's between Carrie Eberly and Alicia Ocasio, but I'm curious who you think's going to take this thing at the end of it.
Well, I think it's Ocasio's to lose, right? I heard you guys talking about it earlier, that she has to be careful. We saw her a couple weeks ago maybe not be as quick with herself, getting herself out of the circle and using some of the depth of her staff. But We know Ocasio's an amazing athlete. She's that two-way player. No one can say enough about her, but I am as proud as I can be of Carrie Eberly. We all know that youth is the future of this league, and you want to keep reloading, and I don't think we could be any prouder of a rookie.
We're looking right now on this screen of the eligible rookies of the year, and it's the determination is basically your first year of professional competition being this year, 2021. You mentioned it. The future is bright because of these young players we're looking at on the screen right now.
Well, we were so excited to have the first college draft. So softball's had such a privilege with Athletes Unlimited in general to be the first sport out last August, right in the middle of COVID. And then this spring we got to have our first ever college draft. And it's so exciting. I mean, you know, all three of us, Eric, Danielle, we've all been around this sport, and we all just absolutely get giddy to be able to talk about it. So we know what college softball has. We know what they're going to day in and day out, year in and year out, hand off to us. So that rookie class, period, regardless of who's the rookie of the year, was exciting to us and is just the beginning of what this league has in front of it.
I think to me, Sherry, what has been so cool about this year is being able to see so many little eyes and fans and family in the stands, and how important and how missed that has been in the sport, and especially for these players coming off of an Olympic Games in Tokyo with no fans. Talk to me about like what it's like for you walking around, getting to interact with just different kids and their love of this game.
Well, that's everything. You know, we played it under incredibly unique circumstances last year. Hey, even I know not to talk over home run. You guys go.
Opposite field homer, Amanda Sanchez. That is a 2-run shot, and it's another inning win for Team Ocasio. Sherry, it's amazing how Alicia Ocasio picks winning teams. She knows when someone's going to get hot that week.
You know, she does a tremendous job. I'll tell you, I've enjoyed watching her. She has matured a lot, and I certainly don't mean that insulting to her, but it's fun. That's another one of the fun things, to be able to watch players professionally mature in a league like this. And so to see her really come into her own, she's been managing these teams, drafting teams with the maturity of Kat Osterman, right?
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I love watching Alicia Ocasio getting more mature in front of our eyes. I've spent the last 2 decades watching Kat Osterman. And to know her now as a 38-year-old, it's been a joy to see all the things that she's dealt with and the person she is right now.
Well, and that's one of the things that so often in women's professional sports we don't get to see. We don't get to see women come into their own, really reach their athletic potentials and their peaks. And that's why it's so important. And we've been talking a lot about softball, and it's going on right here live, clearly. But let's talk about volleyball, and let's talk about lacrosse, and let's talk about the growth of this sport that's in front of us in this league. And I think that's why it's so critical to women, is because it's putting women first, and it's going to prolong those careers, and it's going to allow us as fans of the sport to be able to see these incredibly gifted and talented women get where they're supposed to get and reach their potentials.
Has there been anything that you've seen a little differently from last year in year 1 of Athletes Unlimited heading into year 2, excuse me?
Well, you said it a second ago, right in the middle of the home run, is that, you know, the fans. It's just been all the difference in the world. So we were proud of what we did last year to be able to put this league out there in the middle of the pandemic. But this was a whole other feeling this year, to watch these people. And you mentioned kids, and certainly that is joyful to see that. But I bumped into people week in and week out, grown human beings in the parking lot that are wearing Kat Osterman jerseys, and I would say, where'd you come from? And these people were en masse coming to see Kat wrap it up here, and they're wearing jerseys. They're traveling 10 hours, they're traveling 5 hours. They're telling us they're coming from all over the country. We had people come from California to see her, you know, go out there for the final time, and they're ecstatic. I watched them even behind the backstop today when she'd get a strike 3. People were ejecting out of their seats, just thrilled. People that have followed her entire career. So that's been special, and it's been just a lot of fun to see people get a kick out of being on the field and getting the autographs and getting the photos.
Sherry, no one is more in charge of putting what we're seeing on the broadcast than you are. And I talk to many people in the business, and they say, this is a big show. We have a lot of clicks and buzzers, a lot of really cool things, and that's why we're able to share the softball so way with the camera, in this way, with the cameras that we have, with the replay machines that we have. There's a lot of clicks and buzzers going on here this year.
I couldn't be more proud. I've been in television for 2 decades. I couldn't be more proud of what we're doing. I'm telling you, we're the first people ever to put that Furio camera on a dugout, baseball or softball. We have over 20 cameras, 24 plus cameras in this park. You guys are fantastic. You're at the top of the game. Our crews have been spectacular. We've shown you this action. I just got a glimpse of the year-end video before I came out here. It's a killer. It is just electric to see the highlights that we've seen over the past 5 weeks. So tip of the hat to Ross Productions and our crew, every single person that's come out here. Listen, 3 doubleheaders in 3 days, that's not an easy gig in television, and we've done it, and we've covered it, and we've given these women their due. We have every second, every spectacular play, and that is what I'm most proud of here. So I'll say it right now, thank you to everybody that has helped us do this.
Unbelievably well said, Sherry.
No, well, lastly, would you like us to come back next year? Because I
goodness, put her on the spot.
Eric Collins,
Eric, wrap her up, man.
I had to ask.
Yeah, you're sitting pretty good right now, Danielle.
It's all Eric. Eric's the reason why I want to be up here.
He's heavy, though. He's getting heavy.
Oh, my
this
goodness.
last day,
I'll take
isn't
it.
he?
I'll take
No,
it.
he's getting old. That's what it is.
Sherry, you're one of my favorite people. Thank you for this product. Thank you for inviting me. And thank you for everything that you've done for the game of softball and women's sports for years.
Thank you both.
Kudos to that. I'm with Eric.
Well, Carrie Eberly's been hit a little bit here.
Second home run of the season given up to Sanchez.
Yep, she's going backwards. You give up an earned run, it's a -10. She's given up 2 earnies this inning.
Come on, Jazz.
Now, Carrie Eberly, she's in the battle for the number 2 spot with Amanda Chittister. Remember, wherever you finish on that leaderboard is where your pay starts. There's a difference, 1 through 60.
I will say this. Only the top 3 get medals like the Olympic Games. 4, excuse me. Top 4 get medals. So not like the Olympic Games. But the hardware that you get with it, I want to go out with something. And that's why I think it just feels like so competitive, because I want to leave with something. I want something around my neck. I want to showcase the year that I had, and I think that's so much fun. It kind of brings you back to those days as a kid when you're getting a trophy after a tournament and you won, or you're the MVP and you get hardware to show off.
Wow. Eberly can't get anything past Jackson.
That was scary, low-key. I was like, don't drive. My hands aren't that big. Keep going, Jazz. Get out.
Unbelievable at bat for Jasmine Jackson. Another run scores. And now Jackson's caught between first and second. And it's Ocasio who's now in the pickle. And that will end the inning. But another run scores. The first 2 runs score on the homer by Amanda Sanchez.
So good, Amanda Sanchez. Opposite field, Oppo Taco. Atta baby.
Check these out. Fans, second year of our limited edition softball card set. Sets include 60 cards. plus 5 additional specialty cards that highlight standout moments in the league. They're $19.99 and available to purchase now through September 30th. Topps.com. Great start for Alicia Ocasio. She has thrown 3 shutout innings. That is 9 outs, 9 times 4, 36 points. Plus her team has won the first 3 innings. That's a plus 30. So Ocasio is plus 66, and she worked the walk, give her another 8 points, and lead on to sacrifice. I've lost track.
Were you one of those kids back in the day? Did you need the graphing calculator, or did you just go for it? That like $150 calculator that was crazy to buy. Did you have one? Or?
I didn't have that. No,
Yeah,
that was too fancy
I
for
didn't
me.
think so.
No, pen and paper.
Yeah, to me, this is Ocasio's to lose. It's got to feel good knowing that your team is up 4-0. And
Madeline Bubba Nichols. Best ever coming on Merced. One Californian throws out another Californian. Hannah flipping throws out Nichols. 1 down. Look at that. Always the same spot with the rosin bag. All right, here's your updated leaderboard brought to you by Geico. Wow.
she's up there.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I feel like Amanda Chichester has to have a heck of a game tomorrow. Maybe a 3-run home run game, some MVP points, win every inning.
And then some. I think the record, was it 264 or 254? 264 is the most that anyone's ever gotten on one day. So, yeah, unless Ocasio starts going backwards in a hurry, it's over. But you never know.
And I don't know, like, say we get into tomorrow and Ocasio, for the most part, has it by a landslide. Do you pitch?
I just think she loves playing. I just don't think that she likes,
Yeah.
you know, this is it for her.
But I mean, I'm talking like she could play right field. She doesn't have to pitch.
Yeah.
She could still play in the game, play anywhere she wants on the field. I've seen her play second base with the Pride. I've seen her play right field. She hits, so it's not saying she's not going to play in the game at all. I'm just saying is she's going to take some time off in the circle. I bet she will be out there, but I'm saying if I knew that I was going to win, I would definitely play a position and then put myself in for an inning or so and call it a day and put that medal on me, baby.
She's thrown more innings than anyone else in the league this year. And shouldn't look any worse for the wearer. I think she's gotten better pitching as the season's gone on.
Me too, and I feel like she's just continued to keep changing up her game plan. Seeing her against Kelsey Harshman, Ali Aguilar, like going hard up and in on them.
Into left field. Reed.
Hey fans, not sure if you've heard, but if you join us in person at the ballpark, you can get an exclusive NFT. It's a free Athletes Unlimited digital collectible. All you have to do is be here in person and scan the QR code. We will roll out a new limited edition NFT each weekend. Collect all 5 and unlock a special offer. Get your tickets for tomorrow and start collecting.
Taylor Edwards swings at the first pitch and pops it foul. It's been a long summer for Taylor Edwards. She was part of Team USA heading over to the Olympics. Was one of the alternates. Super steady. That's a fair ball. Extra bases for Edwards. Maybe. Yep. Oh, yeah. Standing 2-out double for Edwards. 20 points.
It's a game of inches. He's able to turn on this, and it just finds a way to stay. I love it. A double for Taylor Edwards.
All right, here's some drama for you. Carrie Eberly, her second pro at bat. She had just 6 at bats this year for Oklahoma State. If for some reason she runs into one, that would be 40 points for the homer for her. She's currently in 3rd place out of 60 players. It would also be a negative 20 for Ocasio. Talked to her before the season. She said, I'd love to hit. Why not? I'm expecting to hit. Oh, man.
Why not? Why not?
I'm with
You're
you.
the captain.
You're the
You
captain.
earn it. You earn it.
Put yourself 1 through 9 in the order, if it was legal. Right now, the distance between Ocasio and Eberly is 336 points, but a home run would cut it down to, what, 296? Softly hit to 3rd. Eberly's put in play twice, nothing to show for it. Shutout through 4 for Ocasio.
In partnership with Guaranteed Rate, our players were asked to talk about self-belief, a time of reflection, and how it affected their career. Here is Lily Piper.
I put a lot of things aside because I knew that this opportunity is not one I wanted to pass on. Just showing that I was more than capable of being here was anything and more that I wanted. So just be able to believe that I'm meant to be here, and it was my plan. To have that opportunity of being one of the 60 is absolutely amazing. There's always nerves when it comes to situations like that, but I knew that I just had to do my thing and show my personality and just everything that I had worked for and believed in for the years and years that I've been playing.
And that was Believe You Will, presented by Guaranteed Rate.
Lily Piper began the day 5th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. When you finish that high, you have to pay the piper. Just saying. Haley McClunney, first ball swinging, right back to Eberly.
Hey, I know you're battling a little something with your voice, so if you don't have to tell the jokes like you normally do. I know how funny you are.
I can't help
know
myself.
how funny you are. How do you do, Eric Collins?
Carrie Eberly, your second inning of work. Gave up a home run to Amanda Sanchez an inning ago. One of the cool things about having history with Athletes Unlimited is you see the trends. And having been around for 2 years, we've seen the difference between Kelsey Stewart last year to this year. Last year, she was just another player. And we knew better. Obviously, you know, one of the best college players in the history of the SEC. Longtime member of Team USA. Now this year, she's the Kelsey Stewart we expected to see. Difference maker. And she's making a difference again. Down the 3rd base line, thinking about 2. It's going to be close. Safe at 2nd. That's a double for Stewart. 20 points.
Kelsey Stewart is so good at being able to go opposite field. Sees the ball really deep. Drives it right past Kelsey Harshman. This was close. See her just get her foot in there and able to keep her foot on the base.
Second hit of the day for Stewart. Got a chance to be a 400 hitter. Svekis, fielded by Eberly. 2 down. And one of the things we'll be looking at tomorrow is the batting title. Things are getting really interesting. You got Amanda Chittister, you got Haley McClunney, you got Kelsey Stewart, all flirting at the 400 mark. Last year's batting champion was Jessie Warren, hit over 500. That's not going to happen this year. Here's Pian Castelli. walked and scored an inning ago. Kelsey Stewart is 60 feet away from another inning win for Team Ocasio. They've won the first 3 innings.
I love watching Carrie Eberly throw that drop ball. She just gets so firm on her front side, gets all her weight just through that back half of her body.
Should end the inning. Aguilar is airtight at second base. So neither side scores in the 4th.
Start to 3, 1, 2, 3, shoot it! No! I'm a star! Yes. Woo! All right, fans. 4-0. That's 4 star jumps.
Erica Piancastelli is fun, always has been. Seems like everyone who plays for Team Ocasio every single week has fun. They lead 4-0 over Team Eberly. We're joined now by the first baseman for Team Ocasio, Courtney Gano. Hey, Courtney, you having fun playing with Team Ocasio this weekend?
Oh man, this is fun. Yeah, I got you. Me and you. This has been a fun weekend.
A lot of responsibility at first base with Ocasio pitching. She's a ground ball waiting to happen.
Yeah, she's been throwing great. I mean, we love ground balls, right? Our infield is awesome, so she's been doing a great job for us. Like that.
What's it been like with her this week? I mean, obviously, she has a chance to be the top dog at the end of this. It's actually hers to lose at this point. But can you sense that she's been that way at all, or has it just been the regular old Ocasio?
She's always the same. I mean, we're rooting for her, obviously.
Yeah.
But she's always the same. She's got a great head on her shoulders, and like I said, she's been doing a great job. I love playing under her. I've played with her for. Here you go. Yeah, Lily. Atta baby. I got to play with her twice now, and she's a great captain and good leader.
Court, talk to me about obviously your son. You're a mama. So cool that you get to be out here, but just talk about Athletes Unlimited and how it works with being able to bring Greggy and the support that they've been able to give you to be playing here today.
Oh, it's been incredible. I mean, to be able to have this opportunity and for them to support moms like me has been life-changing. Honestly, I needed this for myself. You know, last year, it was Greggy and I for a while, and it's important to have something for yourself and something that fills your bucket. So the fact that they support moms and they made sure everything is taken care of for us, it's been a blessing.
Has anyone told you you're an amazing mom and you're so good at balancing it all? Because you really do, and you need to be told that a lot because you're spectacular at it.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
I said, has anyone told you? I know, I was getting very sentimental. No, I was just saying, I was like, has anyone told you how amazing of a mama you are, being able to do this and juggle it? And I know how much you do at home by yourself that a lot of people don't know about, and you're special.
Thank you, I appreciate that. You know what? At this point, that's the best compliment I can get, is that I'm doing a great job. And, you know, as you know, as well as I do, at the end of the day, if you know that you're doing your best and you're loving on your babies, you sleep well at night.
Well, Courtney, as a mom, you still got game. Do you feel like you always did even before you had a child?
Was I what?
As a hitter and as a player. That's a
look, 3.
Victoria
hey,
Hayward.
Look, 3.
Stand-up double for Vic. Vic is 3 for 3 this afternoon.
Okay. Oh, well, here we go. Hey, we got 2 here.
Flippin', you're making a great play here. Here we go.
So, Courtney, my question to you was, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are wondering, you're a mom, you're playing, you were a great player before, you're a great player now. Do you feel like you're the same player when you're between the white lines now?
Here we go, 4. Get her out! She's out!
Out and home!
Yes! Great job, yes!
Courtney, thank you for your time. Excellent inning. Great play to end the inning. We'll take a look at that when we come back.
I think they might be looking into doing a captain's challenge to see Victoria Hayward sliding into home. And why not use it, right? Every team gets 2.
Victoria Hayward called out at home plate. The review is underway. If the call stands, the
Well, that was like
is over. Should the call be reversed, it's a 5th inning run.
The bat's still there. Welcome back, everyone. We are in review. This play at the plate with Victoria Hayward being tagged. The call was out, and Rachel Palmer, our replay official, has the final decision. What made it awkward was the bat was not taken away, and Vic actually had to go around it. All right, here's the decision.
The runner was tagged on the right leg prior to reaching the base. The call is confirmed.
All right, so we know before Victoria Hayward knows. Here's the call on the field. Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look at our Geico defensive play of the game.
And I love it. Jasmine Jackson coming in hot. This is money. Straight to Svekis at the dish. She does a great job, doesn't block the plate. It's the ball just in time to get Victoria Hayward's leg before she slides in there.
So another 0 put up there by Ocasio. Ocasio's been hit. She's given up 7 hits, but not a run yet. Just a reminder that talking about that Geico defensive play of the game, tomorrow we'll give out the Geico Defensive Player of the Year award. And whoever wins that's going to win $5,000. That's a big chunk of change for the best defender. Last year it was Haley McClenny. Amanda Sanchez, homer her last time up. Aguilar's got great feet.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see tomorrow just that Geico defensive team, the Rookie of the Year, who's going to win that 5K. I mean, it's hard to pick. I think Ali Aguilar has played spectacular defense. Anissa Ortez has made some plays that just give you goosebumps.
Jesse Warren, third. Alicia Ocasio in the circle. Thinking outside the box, Gwen Svekis behind the plate. Just made that nice tag. She's had some good pegs at second base. Good strong throwing arm. What about Sis Bates? Shortstop, a little bit of second. Gets to everything, tons of energy, bouncy.
I think she's had a heck of a year, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I was thinking for her, she could definitely be that one of those Rookie of the Year candidates.
Hannah Flippin gets herself a base hit. Perfect day continues for Flippin. She's now 2 for 2.
Hannah Flippin has been seeing Carrie Eberly well, had a double off of her last at bat.
If I had the #1 pick in the draft, I would have no problem taking Hannah Flippin every week.
Yeah.
She'd never hurt you. She can play any position. She gives you great at-bats. She plays with energy and joy.
And she's so interactive with the pitcher.
They don't get the double play turn, which is a rarity. Eberly has turned 5 double plays this year.
This is the first overhand throw that I've seen from Carrie Eberly in a little bit. She gets it on the money right to Ortez. But just even going back to Hannah Flippin, and to me what makes Hannah Flippin so great is she just likes to go in and constantly talk to the pitcher. She's always in Kat Osterman's back pocket when she's on her team, talking to her about the strike zone, pumping her up, making her feel good. And listen, pitchers need that. It is a very lonely island at times that we can be out on. So to be able to know that you can look at a player and connect and appreciate them having your back, and she is that player. And to me, she's up there with Haley McClinney, where I can sit up here and say, like, man, I'm sad I never got the opportunity to take the field and play with a Hannah Flippin.
And the confidence, the swagger that she plays with. It just infuses your team with good vibes.
You can tell, like, the difference between some of those players where it's just that confidence and they ooze it. It's just because they trust their work and they trust their preparation and they put in so much that, like, you can't not have that aura about yourself. Like, when you know you've put the hay in the barn, this is that time to let it shine. And the, you know, quote of saying, like, fake it till you make it. As a pitcher, you have to have that mentality. But as a defender, like, you just want someone that carries themselves so well. And to me, Hannah Flippin across the board is, I was surprised she wasn't on Team USA. She was an alternate, but to me, like, she was a player that I take Hannah Flippin over a lot of people. She's flipping good.
This is Janie Reed batting for the first time. Reed had been out in left field, but this is her first at bat. And don't let it go unnoted. I heard you say, once you put the hay in the barn. That is an old school reference. About as old as you can possibly get with that reference. I love it.
That's my dad's saying. And he's not that old, but.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Reed. Went too far. Eberly strikes out Reed. And I don't know why Monroe thought the inning was still alive. But the inning's over. So that'll do it for our 5th inning. The 6th when we come back to Rosemont. Okay, this is a goofy play. This is how it ended last inning. 2-2 pitch to Janie Reed. She does not swing. Here's the pitch. They appeal down to second, and the second base umpire says no swing. It's delayed. There's the no swing. And then caught in no man's land is Ocasio.
Yeah, yep, you're right.
And so Ocasio's tagged out. That ends the inning. Goofy way to end the frame.
Well, from the view up here, it looked like Janie Reed went all the way through.
Oh my God,
and I
yes.
think that's what Alicia Ocasio on first base saw. Like, it was a clear swing. She's going to get called out. But still, you never want to leave anything up to chance, obviously. But
so what that means is next half inning, it's going to be Reed batting because it's not a strikeout against her. The inning ended on the caught stealing. Ooh, and that's actually a -10 on Ocasio for getting caught stealing. The wheels are coming off.
I love it. You are just on it tonight.
Yeah. Just can't explain it with the throat.
And Haley Wagner is now in the circle.
Lily Piper. 1 down.
Haley Wagner coming from the left side as that curveball has a screwball that she throws into lefties. Great off-speed pitch, can go up in the zone.
Bubba Nichols, the batter.
See the rollover inning points this inning, 30 points on the line.
Another chance for Stewart. Oh, and the ball just slides away. So an opportunity for Team Eberly. One out base runner.
This had so much tail and spin, and it just kind of gets her in that top piece of the glove and spins right out. And we've seen a lot of just kind of cue shots off the end of the bat with that ball spinning like crazy, and that's just one example.
66 miles per hour from Wagner. Harshman struggled this year against left-handed pitching.
And lefties tend to struggle against lefties. They don't get to see that lefty curveball as much as they get to see righties. So I think it always goes to the advantage to the lefty pitcher.
Two balls and two strikes to Harshman. It's an all Big Ten matchup. Harshman played at Wisconsin. Wagner played at Michigan. Both these players went a long way to play their college ball. Wagner's from Orange, California, Orange County. Harshman's from Tucson, Arizona.
And they literally went to the coldest schools possible.
Good job by Harshman. Base hit off a lefty. Really knuckled down. Runners on at first and at second. One out. We have 30 inning points on the line. No one scored since the third inning. Here's Taylor Edwards. Popped up, out of play.
I'm always in the way.
Edwards doubled her last time up. So if we don't see Ocasio pitching again, she throws 4, make it 5 shutout innings. Just incredible.
And I could see the same thing happening tomorrow. Honestly, I could see her starting and throwing 4 or 5 innings and then bringing somebody else in, kind of setting the tone for how she wants the game to go, because she is that pitcher. And
there's a good chance by the end of the night that Ocasio could have 2,000 points. Could be the first person 2,000. As we speak, she has 1,906. We still have inning points on the line. If her team wins, that's an extra 50 points for everyone. If she gets one of those MVPs, she's still in the batting order.
And sometimes as a captain, you just can kind of sit back and enjoy the moment, right? Like for her, she's just sitting atop the dugout, hanging with Piancastelli, just taking it all in and not constantly having to be out there for every single out, every single play.
Good pitch by Wagner. So Wagner strikes out Edwards. Now because Nichols is on the base paths because of the error, that means that if any runs do score this inning, they will be unearned against Wagner.
What a pretty off-speed pitch. Look at Taylor Edwards' momentum body out in front, completely fooled. They are going to pinch hit for Eberly and bring on Katiana Mauga.
San Diego native, played at Arizona State. Did I say Arizona State?
You did.
Good golly.
Hey, it's been a long day for us both.
Holy Mike Candrea, my fault. Mauga played at Arizona, one of the all-time greats in the Pac-12. 92 homers.
I was going to quiz you to see if you knew it by memory, but you did because you're just a wizard with it.
I saw her play down in Tucson with Mo Mercado. Longest ball I ever saw hit was at that ballpark, but it wasn't hit by an Arizona Wildcat. It was hit by Crystal Bustos.
Oh.
Team USA was playing the Arizona Wildcats, would have been in probably 04. And she hit a ball that went over the light tower in left center. Folks, if you don't know the legend of Crystal Bustos, woo! Popped up, right side. Stewart. So the error by Stewart does no damage. A scoreless inning thrown by Wagner.
Athletes' causes allow athletes to play their season in part for the benefit of the nonprofit organization of their choice. At the end of the season, the Give Lively Foundation will make a grant equal to 50% of the athlete's end of the season bonus to their nonprofit partner.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Jackson, and I'm playing for the Ella Baker Center for Human Rights. So I chose to play for Ella Baker Center because I love what they do. So they're basically following the footsteps of Ella Baker, who was a super awesome Black leader in the freedom movement and a civil rights activist who encouraged to organize Black, brown, and low-income communities against and away from the typical punishment and policing that these types of communities usually get, and towards restorative justice and things that will make these communities healthier, safer, and stronger. It's really close to my heart because we're going away from that. It's all about restorative justice, and that's my favorite thing, is spreading love and not spreading hate.
Good job by Jasmine Jackson, telling us her cause. Jasmine from San Jose, graduate of Cal Berkeley. She's doing fantastic stuff in the world we live in. Jackson will bat second here in this inning against Danielle O'Toole. Courtney Gano back into the game. So what a weird day for Janie Reed. Janie Reed's been playing left field defensively this entire time for Team Ocasio. She actually came into the game to hit last inning, had 2 strikes on her, and the runner at first got caught thrown out at second trying to steal, and so Reed actually never got in at bat. It's Reed's turn to hit now, and she's been lifted again, and Gano's reinserted into the game. Kind of goofy.
A little bit. And now it's a new pitcher in Danielle O'Toole. Coming from the left side, has a great drop ball, good curve ball, changes speeds really, really well.
Aguilar.
Hey fans, it's time to earn points for watching today's broadcast. Take out your phone and enter the code on the screen into your Athletes Unlimited app to earn points. Available in the App Store or Google Play Store.
And you can join the players in voting for Game MVPs, Rookie of the Year, and Geico Defensive Player of the Year. Like you said, Danielle, auprosports.com to learn more.
I kind of like it when we're in sync, you and me. We just do these together. I'm liking it.
Simpatico. Here's Jasmine Jackson, 2 for 2. She had a nice weekend. Remember, she had that home run yesterday.
Yeah, Jazz.
Wow, dating back to yesterday, Jackson now has hits in her last 4 at-bats. Starting in the 5th inning of yesterday's game, Jackson has singled and scored, hit a 2-run homer, singled, and had an RBI single. That's 4 straight at-bats of reaching safely.
Come on, Jazzy.
O'Toole, great play. Really good play by Danielle O'Toole.
Yeah, Danielle O'Toole is so good defensively. See her go and get this. She has to turn her feet, knows it has to be a quick throw to Piper. The speed of Jasmine Jackson, so good.
Haley McClenny, hoping to bat 400 on the year. McClenny is 1 for 3 today. "17 hits, 41 at bats on the year. The batting race is going to come down tomorrow. We won't know who's going to lead the league in batting average until after tomorrow's games.
Definitely the most efficient that I've seen Danielle O'Toole look in a long time. Just looks like she's in complete control of what she's throwing, just snapping off pitches, throwing that off speed.
McClenny currently hitting .415. Only Amanda Chittister higher. Chitty's at .419. Kelsey Stewart, she has a big day tomorrow. She could jump. Stewart currently .386. Into center. Hayward makes the play. Great inning by O'Toole. The 7th is next in Rosemont.
This is how the first run scored in the second inning. For every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited softball season, Aspiration is planting 100 trees. Over 36,000 trees were planted in 2020, and heading into this week, 20,100 trees have been planted this season thanks to Aspiration's support of rounding the bases.
That's really the only needed so far for Team Ocasio. They've got a shutout going as we play the 7th inning. Moultrie. Second inning of work for Haley Wagner. This inning has 40 points on the line. Roll of innings of the 4th, 5th, 6th. And one thing about Michelle Moultrie, she's hard to walk. Moultrie on the season has not walked. 33 plate appearances. Wagner strikes her out. Second punch out for Haley Wagner.
Haley Wagner making it look easy. Pretty curveball.
Aguilar. Into left. Hit well. Homer. First run of the game for Team Eberly. That means we'll have to play the bottom of the 7th inning no matter what happens, folks. The home run, that gives Team Eberly a chance to win 4 innings. It's the 4th homer for Aguilar.
You see she has some whipped cream and Carrie's berries. I mean, this theme to me is, I think they should get a medal for the team that has the best theme. And to me, it's been so fun to watch them. Man, Ellie Aguilar so good. Really shining in this Athletes Unlimited League.
Victoria Hayward, her first 3 times up, saw 5 pitches and got 3 hits. Is this her 4th hit? It is. That's going to be another double, maybe a triple. What a day for Victoria Hayward. What a day for Victoria Hayward. 4 for 4.
I mean, if that doesn't earn her MVP points, I don't know what will. She has been so good today. Shows what she's able to do from the 2 spot.
Yeah, Hayward has now played 14 games and she's yet to win any MVPs at the conclusion of a game. Not MVP 1, 2, or 3.
You know what's crazy, Eric, is like people sometimes don't appreciate that part of the game. Just a single and a double and another single. Like they want the big bops and they want the 3-run home runs. And I always love a pitcher getting a 60-point MVP for a heck of a performance in the circle. I just think that's spot on. But the basics of the game of just finding a way to continue to keep creating momentum, and Victoria Hayward has done that. She's 4 for 4 today.
Ortez, McClenny. That ball was smoked. Ortez hits it so hard. Here's Piper. Two outs, runner on second. We'll have to play the bottom of the 7th. And it's going to be an important bottom of the 7th. 40 points are on the line. No one has won an inning since the 3rd. So the 4th, the 5th, the 6th have all rolled over. Popped up. Flippin makes the play. But the home run by Ali Aguilar.
And this game will continue. We will go to the bottom of the 7th because of Ali Aguilar. Whoa, a baby.
Here's your offensive moment of the game, brought to you by Bat Club USA.
Amanda Sanchez, little opposite field home run. It sneaks over into the player section. Shooting stars. Fun moment for her.
All right, it's the bottom of the 7th. Team Ocasio, they've already won the game. They know that everyone's already won 50 points, but they're playing to win this inning and the 3 prior innings. This is a 40-inning opportunity, and it begins well. Uh-oh, Stewart better be careful. Yep, she turned the wrong way. If she'd been off the bag, she'd been out. So leadoff base runner, Stewart's aboard. Oh, that's a tough break for Kelsey Stewart. It's ruled an error. She needs all the hits she can get right now. She's gunning for the batting title. So it's an error on the second baseman, Aguilar.
A lot of inning points on the line, 40 points riding on this, so you know the importance of that. Obviously, if you're Team Ocasio.
And everyone's going to be safe. The ball even gets away. Stewart hustling over to third, and she'll make it without a throw. The defense falling apart right now for Team Eberly. It's a single for Spekas, but the errant throw allows Stewart to go to third, and now Stewart scores. The inning will be won by Team Ocasio, and the game's over. Athletes Unlimited Softball on Fox Sports is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. All right, if Stewart scores, the innings will be won by Team Ocasio and this game's over. Bianca Stelli. Little flipper. Wow, Aguilar makes the play of the day.
Wow.
That was so hard. And now the ball gets away, and the game's over. On that, the game's over. 40 inning points for everyone on Team Ocasio. What a way to end it.
What a catch by Aguilar, wow. See Alicia Ocasio still up top. Wow, 1,900 points, has a good chance at being over 2,000, but I want to go back and look at this basket catch by Ali Aguilar, the pop-up to go directly home. And this has to be better.
Oh.
Taylor Edwards got to catch that.
I think she was worried about the bat. It looked like the ball was going to hit the bat. That was the only time the ball left the infield on the inning. That catch by Aguilar, if they scored a run. Wow, so an impressive win by Team Ocasio. They win every single inning, and they win the game. We'll take a timeout, come back, and talk to the winning pitcher, Alicia Ocasio. Welcome back, everyone. There's your final score, 5-1. Team Ocasio beats Team Eberly. And the game ended on a really kooky play, Danielle Laurie.
And this little over the shoulder, such a good catch by Ali Aguilar. You see Kelsey Stewart go back to the base to tag up, and one of those plays at home, have to be able to keep that ball in front of you, Taylor Edwards, and because of that, the game is now over because Kelsey Stewart was able to score. They get those 40 inning points, and man, it just kind of boosts Alicia Ocasio up even more to pretty much almost make it like a landslide.
Well, Alicia Ocasio is joining us right now. Hey, Alicia, congratulations. Another win for you. Your team is now 2-0 on the weekend. You throw 5 more shutout innings. It's not over yet, but you are looking really good at becoming this year's champion with Athletes Unlimited.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I have to say, like, you obviously took Gwen Svekis pretty early in the draft, but I just want to hear the importance of that battery, that relationship, and how she's been able to help you out there in the circle.
That relationship is extremely important for a pitcher to feel comfortable. There's always a catcher behind it. And she calls a great game. We've, been together consecutive weekends, so it helps to be able to have her behind the plate once again. And she's an awesome pitch caller, and she's a comfort for me. I've known her since high school, so it's just amazing to have her behind the plate. Catchers don't get enough credit.
Well, when we're looking at your highlights and you're going up and going down and changing speeds and coming into a game like this, what's the communication with Gwen Svekis as far as like a game plan? Is there an initial one, or is it just kind of feeling out the inning because your off speed is what makes you who you are? But I'm curious to know how you kind of bring that into each game.
Well, me and Gwen text pretty much every night about our plans, whether it's lineups, whether it's case-by-case batters, and I think it changes. This past weekend I've been using a little bit more rise as opposed to my drop ball. Today we use my drop ball a little bit more, but just switching up the plan. People know my MO is my down pitch, so just switching it up to keep hitters off balance.
Alicia, no one has thrown more innings than you this year. How are you still feeling physically? You look like you're still bringing it.
I'm feeling good. I did a lot of heavy lifting this year during quarantine, so I appreciate that. But no, my body's feeling good. I'm going to go home and ice and Normatec and all the good stuff to recover. But that's extremely important, especially with throwing so many innings. But just want to take care of my body, drink a lot of water, and get a good night's sleep tonight.
Well, I have to ask, going into tomorrow, even if it's a clear landslide, I'm hopeful we'll get to see you one more time in the circle before this is all said and done.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Dang it.
You usually don't disappoint. You've been a workhorse. You've been out there virtually every day. Hey, Alicia, it's been so much fun watching you pitch all season long and play everywhere. It's just it's inspiring watching what you do.
I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Alicia Ocasio is A-OK in my book. Thank you, Alicia.
Thanks.
She has got a 400-point stiff arm on Amanda Chittister heading into the 15th and final day of activity for Athletes Unlimited here in our second season.
Two-way player, man. She's so good. The fact that you can put her in the batter's box, she can go to right field, she can step in the box and help herself out, she can go in the pitching circle. Gosh, to me, it's just so special, and I love the fact that she's playing to her potential. She took a weekend off last year and was still close to making it in the top 10. So for me, I'm all about it.
Well, sure hope you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun this afternoon. We said a lot of wonderful things and got a chance to watch Kat Osterman pitch. It was a good game, the longest game in the history of Athletes Unlimited history. And then we cap it off with a tour de force with Alicia Ocasio doing what she does. Just a tremendous competitor. And more than likely, she'll be your champion that we will crown tomorrow. You're not going to miss it. Tomorrow, FS1, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. It'll be Team Eberly taking on Team Jaquish as we look to crown a champion. We will see you then.